What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base. Welcome back again for another weekly Dan to Dan episode review. Today we're here to talk about episode 7, but a couple of housekeeping bits first. So before I get into the video, I just wanted to say a quick bit. Someone commented on the previous episode review quite upset about how I spoke about Ira. I just wanted to say, although I disagree about them attacking my character as a person, I am sorry if I did offend anyone else. Well, on with the video and let's get cracking. The episode definitely started off a lot differently than I was expecting. I was definitely sure I was about to get jump scared at the beginning, but thankfully my pussy ass was safe for another day and my heart rate could stay somewhat normal. I assume also that this was a glimpse of how like the Silky lady died or something, or just a snippet of what happened before she died or something. To say it, in short, it was, but we'll talk about that shortly. If you are enjoying these weekly episode reviews, don't forget to drop a like, comment if you are enjoying it, and don't forget to subscribe. The sequence with transformed Okarun dodging the acrobatic Silky looked honestly clean as fuck. In all honesty, the Silky is a badass, like sort of yokai monster thing in confined terrain, and I do wonder how strong she is like overall. Like, could she beat the crab from the tunnel, or is it just like weak and it seems powerful given the location? Like, it would be cool if we had sort of, power scaling like Dragon Ball, or those sort of One Piece things where they kind of confirm who's more powerful things. It'd be nice to know. If someone does know if there is something like that, drop a comment and let me know. It definitely lingered on the acrobatic Silky's feet a little too long when she sort of dropped down. Here at Boomer Base, we have no foot fetish, nor do we want to see prolonged periods of time of foot, or feet should I say, especially yokai feet. I certainly was definitely expecting Silky to get trapped by her own hair. It's very typical and came at no surprise. I did think she would rip out her hair though, but as I mentioned, the whole sequence of chasing around and sort of Okarun, running a lot within this confined space in order to tie her up, it's still very cool. It looked very well done, and we're 3 minutes into the episode and I don't hate Ira anymore, which is a big surprise, but I guess that has something due to the fact that she is unconscious and hasn't spoken yet, so that might partially be something to do with it. And what do you know, I was right a bit later on. The hair breaking and pulling does occur, and it was hilariously funny that Momo kicked Okarun so casually to save him from getting hit by a steel beam, and that part in the episode honestly cracked me up a lot more than I expected. Additionally, it was very funny how Okarun doesn't know how to sort of, in quotes, blow someone away. To be fair, he's not really a superhero or knows how to fight or anything like that, so it'll be very interesting to see how his character develops in terms of fighting enemies as the show goes on. We are slightly over the halfway point now, which is quite sad, only 12 episodes, but hopefully with things like solo leveling and stuff, we've got the season 2 for that quite quickly. Hopefully Dan will get season 2 quite quickly as well. Maybe towards the end of 2025 we might be given a nicety. But I also like that Okarun somehow doesn't know how to just beat up the enemy. It's quite like a nice touch. It's something that is unconventional. Like, normally the main character just can beat up the bad guy once he powers up, but I like that there's a subtlety that he doesn't really know how to, although later in the episode he does, but we'll get to that again. And just like that, we're talking about it, and damn, Okarun Luigi headbutted Silky like in Super Smash Bros, so at least we know who Okarun plays in Smash Bros, and those impact frame-esque flashes after he smacked Silky in the stomach were very, very cool. And just a side note, as more episodes go on, I do tend to like Turbo Granny more and more, and it was nice that Okarun finally got one of his testicles back, so I assume we'll get a mission to find the other testicle in short as well. But I honestly wasn't expecting Ira to be dead. Like, what the fuck? That cliffhanger before the intro had me honestly gasping. Like, I hated her character, but I obviously didn't want her dead. But as always, the intro is an absolute banger and I love it. I never skip it. If you skip it, you're doing something wrong. Learning from Turbo Granny that if a yokai eats a human, they are dead is pretty wild, to be fair, and that Okarun and Momo just happen to not die due to their sort of psychic powers, but also Momo using her psychic powers to massage the heart is honestly quite genius, to be fair. And moments later, we have another massive turn of events in this episode. Silky is still up and kicking and willing to give her life force to save Ira, and then literally unhinges her jaw. Not like, you know, willingly to eat something, but like smashes her jaw in with her hand and says that you can smash my head in as well. Like, that was actually quite gruesome, to be fair. And then we get into a backstory for Silky, and holy fuck, honestly, that entire sequence for her backstory was actually so horrible. She did so much for her daughter, even though it was only like a 7-minute sort of backstory sequence or so. It was very impactful and powerful. I was praying it wasn't going to be Ira, as I was starting to be converted by the backstory, but thankfully she just sees Silky in yokai form after she dies and mistakes it for her mum. I mean, still, Ira's backstory snippet was kind of sad. Losing a parent at a young age is awful and very hard, but she still needs to do much more in at least my eyes if I am to like her character. And then we get on to a bit where, you know, Ira comes back alive and Silky starts to disintegrate. Turbo Granny says, well, yeah, without a battery, you know, she is going to die and things, which is, you know, expected. And, you know, essentially she wasn't going to rest in peace because she had loads of regrets. And I was really hoping this was where Ira was going to step up to the plate and hit a home run. And I am thankful to say that she did. She said something amazingly wonderful for her so that she could rest in peace, and I enjoyed it. I finally enjoyed something that Ira did and said. But damn, what an honestly sad ending for Acrobatic Silky. I do wonder who her child actually is and if we'll ever see her at all. But all in all, what a bloody emotional episode with lots of twists and turns. It's been one of the most impactful episodes, I think. I think it's one of my more favourite episodes so far. It was a nice conclusion, at least. Much more nice than the sort of Turbo Granny end, I do have to say. But I definitely loved it. Big fan. Honestly enjoying Dan to Dan every week. It's just a nice thing to look forward to. But overall, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow me on social media and tune in again next week for another episode review of Dan to Dan. Take care now. Peace out.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.